Alright, so today we're going to be playing a game called Rimworld. And now Rimworld is a top-down game. You're going to be playing and you kind of build a colony. And yeah, I'm going to just start from the beginning and see how far I get. Okay, now I kind of realized that I didn't actually choose my characters. I just kind of picked the default ones, and the default ones weren't great. They didn't have the best attributes. So yeah, we'll see how it goes. So after my pods land, I immediately do the first thing that everybody does is preserve the arts. So I claimed a statue, and then I proceed to make a stockpile zone to put all my goods, and then soon after make a demolition zone. This is where other big rocks and trash will be put. After moving some stuff around, I then proceed to start hauling and claiming the rest of the settlement that is here. It actually started raining during this time, so my thought process was, and probably shouldn't have been, but was to get the base built as fast as possible. And instead of making it a small base at first and then expanding, I chose to make a really big base, which was a mistake. You'll see why later. Now with the skeleton done, you can kind of see the shape I was going for with the base and how big it was for a starter base.
Good morning, Vietnam!
And, you know, I'm kind of finally starting to get back into the groove of this game. I'm kind of starting to feel it, you know? I even start taking down the arts. Don't tell Leonardo. So I started laying the floor plan down, and then after that the roof goes up almost automatically, so that's pretty chill. I then get a notification that there's a wandering person that just is chilling, so I'm like, okay, so I go and check him out. And so after a long day of work and finishing up the base, I now start to make beds. Now because my colony has not died yet and it's been a little bit, they are now going to ask me what I'm going to name my colony and my area. So I choose these. I even start getting fancy with it, and I add a dresser. And you know, now this house is looking pretty, well... Ew. But just as I'm thinking that, I get an alert saying that John is having a sad wander. So then that puts me into high gear, and I'm like, okay, how can I fix this? And then I realized, silly me, I was just letting them starve because I wasn't allowing them to eat. But that made me realize I was low on food, so I had to start cultivating some crops. To do that, I made these grow zones, and I decided to grow cotton and rice, because rice yields a lot of food, and cotton can be used to craft other things like new clothing. And with that, it's a new day with all new things, and you can kind of see how this game has a domino effect of like when you do something, you have to fix something else, then you have to fix something else, and then fix something else, and I honestly didn't even realize I had spent like half an hour at this point playing. But at that half hour point marks our first raid by the hyenas of death or whatever. With the impending attack, I move my colonists over to fight the hyena guy.
Shots fired! Shots fired!
I then proceed to strip him down because he won't be needing that anymore because he's dead. I'm now going to be making a bunch of shelves to store stuff so that it's a little more neat. I then built a chess set, which I thought was semi-interesting. I don't really know why I included this. I then decide, screw the guest rooms, I'm gonna build a refrigerator. Alright, now while I'm building the refrigerator, I just stare at this passive cooler. Keep that in mind for later. And after all that work, I realize I can't even make the full refrigerator because all I can make is air conditioner. But then on top of that, I realized that I don't even have electricity. I can't even power the damn thing. But then on top of that, I realize I can't even cook food right now. I don't even have a thing to cook food with. So even when my rice is finished, I won't be able to turn it into anything. So I placed down a kitchen that I can't even afford. Alright, I swear it last time, but on top of that, I realize I haven't even been gaining any experience for, like, the skill tree. So I haven't advanced at all, and I've been just using the most primitive stuff. That's right, a heat wave in summer, who would have thunk? And you know that passive cooler that I could put down and that I stared at for a solid amount of time? Well, I'm gonna give you a little spoiler. I don't put it down. I just decide, you wanna know what? They'll probably be fine. It's just a heat wave. It's just a little bit of heat. So while that's going on, I have decided just to only look at the options of the drawer, and just not pay attention to anything else because that's the most important thing right now. I'm gonna just let this next 15 seconds speak for itself. Okay, first of all, I'm in the menu for the drawer. Second of all, my guy runs out there to go save him, as I think would work. And he saves the first one, gets him in bed, and then he goes out for the second one, and he gets heat stroke, and he passes out along with the other one. And this is so bad that all three of my guys are passed out right now, and they could all just die, that the game was like, you want to know what? We're going to throw him a bone. We're going to spawn in an extra person that's new to this place so that he can get back his footing and, reevaluate himself. I don't do that. I instead continue to leave the two outside and then build a bed for the new guy, even though the two are still alive. Okay, they're going to be okay if you get them inside and in a bed. I leave him outside.
Another one bites the dust. Another one bites the dust.
Look, he's doing it. He's actually doing it.
I will remember you. I will remember you.
Another one bites the dust.
That's right, I literally just killed off all three of my colonists. And they're dead. Could I tell you their names? No. But they're dead. They're dead. And with that, I am now in my morning gear. And that was Rimworld. I hope you liked it. Took a long time to edit because it was such a long video, and I want to thank this guy right here for the music in the background. And yeah, thank you. Like and subscribe.